Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell of when you'd like to be notified of when I drop a new video. And I hope that you're all doing well. But if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting the Santa Muerte Oracle, and it was created by Fabio Listrani, published by Lo Scarabeo, and it was released September 8 of 2018, and at that time it retailed for $19.95. And Fabio has a few other decks. He also has the Santa Muerte Tarot, and I did a video on this if you want to check it out. And he has the Night Sun Tarot and the Notaria Tarot in Light and the Gotia Tarot in Darkness. And the box itself is 5 1/4 height, across is 4.75, and the width is 1 1/4, and it's got the thumb indents, and it has the title Happily on the top and on the side as well. And on the back it's got some teaser cards, and it has all of the different languages that Lo Scarabeo is famous for having on all of its decks. And it says, the magic of death and the magic of life meet within this colorful and mystical oracle that follows the lore of Dias de los Muertos. I hope I said that right. Alright, so when we open up, it's just a simple box, and it does have this guidebook, and we'll explore the guidebook after we cards. And it has a ribbon. I must have folded the cards in, but it does have a ribbon that will pull out the cards. And the cards themselves are, of course, most oracles are bigger than a tarot. So as you can see, a little bit bigger. And the specs on the card is 5 inches height, across is 3 1/2, and the deck, it's about 1/2 inch. And it has 32 cards. It's a very short deck. It doesn't have a lot of cards. And reversals will be revealed. And this deck, it is unique because it also doubles as a Ouija board. So I just want to start this off. As you can see, the back of the deck is all different backing, and I will show you the guidebook as to what it looks like when you get it all complete. And you can use this Ouija board, and this is what it looks like when all of the cards are assembled on the back. That was interesting. When I found that out, I was like, oh, the back of the cards are really interesting. And when I read about it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so the deck is made of 32 cards, and they're divided into 4 parts made up of 8 cards. And each part refers to one of the 4 different levels of reality. And in the guidebook, so we have the first 8 cards represent emanation and archetype concepts, that is to say, those abstracts, innate, and primitive concepts that form the basis and the origin for any material or immaterial form around us. The next set of cards, 9 to 16, which is creation, illustrates the form that the human being commonly attributes to archetype concepts of the emanations, to understand them and to use them like symbols and signs in mathematics and like divinities and gods in religion and cults. In this case, we have some of the main Aztec divinities who are the roots of the cult of Santa Muerte. And cards 17 to 24 represents formation, man's inner kingdom, the part of us, of our minds that consciously or unconsciously regulates all of our actions and is made up of our thoughts, emotions, instincts, etc. And finally, the last 8 cards represent action, the congealment of the previous 3 worlds, which is to say the material world and the way in which human beings find their place and act within it by the way of their own choices, their own actions, and their own works. Okay, so that is how the deck is structured, and we're just going to go and do a flip through of all of the cards. And as you can see, it's got a little skull with a number on it. And this was an interesting deck. It was. And you can use it with the tarot as well, so that's a nice thing. But as you can see, it has no keywords. There's no words on any of them. And I do like it as a colorful deck. I do like it. Okay, that is the deck itself. And the cards are, they're glossy. And they are flexi bendy. It's pretty good cardstock. Okay, so the guidebook, go through that. And we have the table of contents with the different languages. And we have a poem. And then we go into basically the background of the oracle deck and explains about the illustrations and the imagery, and goes through what I just read about the deck structure, and goes on to explain the 4 worlds and goes into the background of that. And then we go into the different sections. We have the first 8 cards, and we get the title and what it represents. I don't know why he didn't put the keyword on the card. I have no idea, because that would have been really nice. But some creators want you to do it intuitively, and when they give you the meaning of it, it could be what they wrote down, or you can interpret it. They don't want to pigeonhole you, in another word. So they will put the meaning that they foresaw for the card, I guess you could put it that way. I don't know. But they do want you to use the card how you see it. There's no right or wrong on how you see the cards. But we have the title of the card, and then we have what the card is about, and then the advice of the dead. And that's pretty much it. And we go through the first 8, and then we go on to the next one, and it's the same thing. And then we go on to the next world, and then we go on to the next one. Yeah, so he basically split up the different worlds. And then we go on to how to use the oracle. And he has put a simple reading, inspirational cards, or the Ouija board. And then a simple reading, basically have the question in your mind and extract 3 cards. And then you can use the inspirational card. And then we have the Ouija board. Then he explains that. And then we get a little bit of background on Fabio and his different decks. And then the rest of the book is just the different languages that they have put in there. Alright, so shuffling should be relatively easy unless your hands are small or you have some kind of thing. But there's no right or wrong way to shuffle a deck. I don't care what anybody says. You do it how you want to do it. You do you. And you can do the overhand shuffle. You can do the side shuffle because there's not a lot of cards and these are wider. So you could do a side shuffle if you really want to. You can cut it and pick it up however you see fit. You could do a fan. Just fan them out. Or you can just like put them on there on the table, spread them out. Okay, so let's see what card wants to pop up, and then you can see the meaning and kind of get a better idea of how the oracle works. Okay, we have 23. Okay, so 23 is let's see, what world does that fall? The formations. So this is the unconsciousness. I thought at first when I saw this that she had horns. I thought that looked really cool. Okay, this card, directly influenced by the moon, represents the unconscious, which is to say the treasure chest of image that comes from our own experiences, into which thoughts, instincts, emotions, or behavior models flow and are influenced in turn by this part of our minds that we are unaware of. It is the passage between the spiritual and physical planes, instinctively connected to dreams. This psychic dimension is also in contact with all the aspects that come from collectiveness and with the primary, innate, and archetypal aspects that originate in the world of emanciations. The advice of the dead: trust your intuition, even if it seems to counter reason and rationality. Okay, so now you kind of get what the cards are about. Yeah, this deck, I don't know, I kind of struggled with it when I would use it with the tarot. I mean, it's an okay deck. I do like the tarot. I really like this tarot deck. This one, I mean, I did use it. I did use it, but I couldn't get into it. That's the only way I could put it. Not to say that I'll get rid of it, because I may pull it out and work with it at another time, you know. But basically, that is all I have for this deck. Let me know what you think about it. If you're interested in it, or if you bought it after seeing it. Always interested in knowing if I've helped somebody make a decision either way. If you own it, because it has been out for a very, very long time, let me know how it's working for you, if you were able to use it or not, if you were like me, gave it a try and it just you just couldn't connect with it for whatever reason, or if you work with it and it's working out great. You know, any kind of input, always appreciative. Either or, cons and pros, always welcome here on my channel. Just be nice. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And thank you for spending your time with me. And I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.